Okay, I'd like to make an updated review on my Mido Baroncelli automatic dress watch. First off, I've got the light kind of dark because I find that when I make the light too high, bright, this dial just reflects it like crazy, so forgive me if it's a little dark. In any case, I made a review maybe quite a while ago. It sucked, it was dark, it was my first kind of editing thing I ever did, so I decided to make a bit of an update on this watch. So this is a Mido Baroncelli 3 black dial dress watch. I'll get some basic specs out of the way first. It's a 39mm case, diameter, 10.45 thickness. You can see my Tim Hortons cup. 10.45 thickness, and with a 22mm lugs here. That's how thick the band is too. So, first off, it's a Mido. Mido is part of the Swatch group. It's kind of their mid-level brand, kind of the same level as Tissot, Certina, those brands, Hamilton as well, I suppose. They're not that popular. There's a few stores around here that carry them. The outlet center where I live carries them too, the Swatch outlet store there. But I don't see them on many people, but you can certainly buy them where I live. You just don't see a lot of press on them, I guess is my thing. So I bought this watch in the gray market. I bought it at a place called Winners, which is essentially the same as TJ Maxx in the United States, or TK Maxx in Germany. Kind of a, you buy clothes there and stuff like that, but you can get watches too. I bought this for $420 Canadian, which is approximately, I don't know, I'd say $380 US, maybe $370. Maybe even less now that I think of that, but I don't know. I'd have to check out the exchange rate. But yeah, excellent price. I saw these for sale at the Swatch outlet store this weekend for $750 to $780, depending on if you got this exact model with a steel bracelet or with a leather strap. So yeah, on Jonah's shop it was $749 US, but it's out of stock now. Yeah, so I got a really good price on this thing. You have to check eBay and see if you can find these, because first of all, this is a discontinued model, I believe. I think this is the old version of the Baroncelli. The current Mido Baroncelli looks different than this one. The dials are all kind of different. The logo is a little different. The crowns are different. So I don't know. I think that this is the old version, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay. One more thing to get. So first of all, let's look at the movement. This has a ETA, of course, which is ETA is part of the Swatch group. It's an ETA 2836 chronometer, COSC certified chronometer. You get a little certificate with the watch. You can see here that the movement on the rotor, there's Geneva striping, if you can see that, and also blue screws, which is really awesome. Chronometer, yeah. Water resistance 50 meters. You can see the number there, the reference number, Mido, and that's my serial number, stainless steel. So really awesome for the price to have that decoration on the rotor and the movement. It's really beautiful, I think. Really beautiful to look at, especially for this price. I'm not complaining. The dial, quite simple, black. It's kind of matte, I think, but it's not gloss. I guess it's kind of glossy, maybe. Hard to tell. I'd say more glossy than matte. I don't actually have a matte black finish, but I guess it's more glossy. Silver indices applied, of course. Printed logo, printed chronometer designation, silver batons. Really nice. Love how they go out to the edge, which is really nice. Something I love because it makes it very easy to tell the time. There's other models. You can get this in white as well. There's other bracelets. There's variants that just have ticks instead of the numbers at 12, 9, 6, and 3, but this was the one that I found at the store. I liked that because I didn't have any watches that were this style, but it's a really simple dial, very clean. It has a sapphire crystal with an anti-reflective coating. It's quite flat, I guess. Some nice lines in the case. The finishing's pretty simple. It's mostly high polish, which personally for me, I like that in a dress watch. I don't know why. I seem to gravitate towards high polish for dress watch and matte for tooly type watches. This is my personal preference. So the bracelet now, solid end links. The bracelet is sized with clipping pins, and it has a butterfly clasp. It says Mido Baroncelli on the bracelet. The bracelet's awesome. It's super comfortable. It just flows and drapes so nicely. Like it's really comfortable. The watch is light. So you know, it's excellent. The bracelet's excellent. Very good quality for the price. I mean, you can say, oh, you know, I wish it had screws, which I can see that criticism, but you know, honestly, it's a dress watch. I don't know. I don't really care because I'm never going to resize it again. You know, that doesn't bother me. I would obviously prefer screws just for ease, but the pins don't matter. Show what it looks like on the wrist here. Hard to do it through the camera. Okay. On the wrist, I have about a 7-inch wrist, I think, maybe a little 7.25, depends on the day. But it fits me really well, I think. Really classy looking. I personally like metal bracelets. You know, some may say, oh, it's got to have a leather band for a dress watch. I don't care. I don't like leather very much. Bothers me that it gets wrecked. I like leather sometimes, maybe like on aviation watches. But I don't know. I just prefer the bracelet, and it's really awesome. But you can get this with leather, black leather, brown leather, whatever you want. But I'm happy with the bracelet. It fits really well. This thing's super light. You basically forget that it's on your wrist. Honestly, it's a really perfect size in my mind for a dress watch. If you have a larger wrist, maybe if you have really tiny wrists like 6 inches, a quarter, this might be a little big for a dress watch. Usually people with watches that wrists that size want like a 40 millimeter tool watch, but yeah, this thing's pretty good. So overall, I'd just like to conclude that Mido watches are amazing. They're really good quality. For my money, I'd take a Mido over a Tissot or Stratina any day just because I love their designs. They're really clean, sort of simple, but I tend to gravitate to stuff like that lately, it seems like. I've had this watch for over a year now. I don't get tired of it. I wear it quite often. Just speaking of the accuracy, by the way, since it's cost certified, which Mido does for all their watches, this thing's pretty accurate. It tends to lose maybe a second or two per day, but it's not really noticeable for me because I'll wear it for a week, then I'll put it down and you wear something else. So, the chronometer certification helps making that accurate, but I think overall it's a selling feature, but it's an accurate watch, nevertheless. Okay, I only have two negatives of this watch. First of all, the crown. It's this recessed type. Sure, it makes it look nice and slick, but it's a pain to turn. To wind this watch, maybe because I have sausage fingers, I hate it. It's signed with Mido. You can see there, looks nice, but it's very tough to turn. It's tough to change the time for me. Maybe if I had smaller hands, but that's something to think about. The only other negative I find is this sound of the bracelet kind of bugs me. You could probably oil that and it would make it better, but yeah, just a little nitpicky thing. But otherwise, huge fan of this watch. I strongly encourage people who, if they're looking for something in this price range, check Mido out. They're really cool designs, sort of the along with Certina, they're kind of the more lesser rated watches in Swatch's mid-tier lineup. Perhaps maybe that's only the case in North America, but yeah. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the views, guys, and I apologize if this is a little disjointed, but I'm learning here. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Take care.